At least you get in the fights. At least you get in the fights. At least you get in the fights.
I put belt to ass, and you can see that's what I do.
The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. All right, so I gotta address Bill Haney and some things he said recently, because he was in the Boxing Voice, and you shout out to Gabe Rosado. Gabe Rosado had to put Bill Haney in check. I like Bill. Bill subscribed to the channel. Bill may not like what I'm saying, but Gabe Rosado, there was a lot of truth in what Gabe Rosado said. Devin Haney got waxed by Ryan Garcia. Okay, we know Ryan Garcia had something in the system. I don't agree with that. But, he didn't lose because of the Ostarine. The same punches that Ryan Garcia was beating Devin Haney upside the head with, he was doing the same thing in the amateurs. The tape is there. It's not a matter of hate. It's just a matter of evidence. And you can go find evidence of this if you just Google up any other amateur fights. Devin Haney could never defend the Ryan Garcia left hook. Ostarine or no Ostarine. So let's get that firmly established here on True School Sports. But Bill had a tweet which I don't agree with. And because he wanted to play the race card. So let's read what Bill Haney said. He stated the following, and I quote, "Mexican fighters get praised for effort. They just have to fight and they get love. Black fighters have to not just win, but win big. And only then will they might get a little respect. Hashtag they have to fight, we have to win." End quote. Now, I'm going to push back like hell on this because first and foremost, we just had George Foreman pass away. And he's one of the biggest stars in the history of boxing. And he ain't Mexican, right? Why do people love George? Why did people love George Foreman? Because George Foreman, when he was in that ring, you got a value for your money and you knew you were going to see something special. Look at one of the fighters in the weight class, Gervonta Davis. He gets constantly criticized by all the boxing fans from all nationalities, black, white, Mexican, English, whoever. There's so many people out there in the world that say Tank doesn't fight anybody. He's manufactured. He's a protected, cherry-picking bum. That's what they say. That's not my words. I like Tank, but I'm saying that's the many people's analysis of Tank's career. But guess what? Tank has plenty of people that support him. He's one of the biggest stars in boxing, despite having a weaker resume than Devin Haney, probably and less accomplishments as Devin Haney. And he's black and he gets support. So this is victim mentality. This is not wanting to accept responsibility for where you're at. And by the way, it is worth noting, Bill Haney is saying these things about Devin, and Devin Haney is on the pound for pound list. He's number 9 on Ring Magazine's pound for pound list. And I don't even think he should be on the pound for pound list. Truth be told, he hasn't won a major fight since the December of 2023 when he beat up on Prograis. And the last time everybody seen him in the ring, he was getting splattered all over the floor against Ryan Garcia. Now, it got changed to a no contest, so it's not formally on his record, but we can't deny what our eyes saw. I can't deny what these 4 eyes and this beat-up prescription saw. We all saw Devin Haney have a problem defending the left hook with the speed of Ryan Garcia, and that's that. So I don't agree with what he's saying. I can understand why he feels that way because there are some black fighters that probably should get more support. And when you go to these fights, Mexican fighters always have, as long as they're entertaining and they come to fight, they don't gotta be pound for pound fighters. If the Mexican fighter comes and he fight with his heart out and he give the fans a good show, he's gonna get that support from the Mexican fan base. So I understand that aspect of it, but what I see when I read these tweets from Bill Haney, truth be told, I just see him not being in touch with reality. I see him, not willing to take accountability for why Ryan lost. Yes, it's not right that Ryan had a banned substance in the system, but guess what? We've gone through this before, and I'll go through it again. They took the extra money. There was a lot of cockiness from Team Haney going into that fight. Bill was saying that they're gonna kill Ryan Garcia. Ryan blatantly came overweight, and they took extra money to fight Ryan Garcia and gave Ryan Garcia an advantage in the ring willingly, right? So you can't complain and say he was unprofessional when you cooperated with unprofessionalism, right? So I don't I'm not saying he's going to lose to Ramirez. I think he should still beat Ramirez. Ramirez is a shell of himself. You know, he hasn't been the Ramirez from the Hooker fight or 5 years ago. But Ramirez has a good left hook. Now it's not as quick as Ryan's. It doesn't snap out as fast as Ryan's, and he has to be a bit more on top of you. So Devin should beat Jose Ramirez. But again, boxing is not. We're not in the world of what should happen. This is the theater of the unexpected. This is boxing, and Devin Haney is gonna have to answer some questions. If Ramirez hits him with the left hook and gets on top of him and puts him in any sort of trouble, the way he got beat up by Ryan, when a fighter gets beat up like that, subconsciously they may have a hesitancy to pull the trigger, or there's just a level of doubt there. So he has some questions to answer himself, and I just don't. I think right now, from what I'm seeing from Bill Haney, whether it's in this fight or in the Ryan rematch, what I'm reading into it is a lack of accountability, a lack of a lack of accountability, because Devin has had holes in his fight game for a while that he never corrected because he never had to, because he was a bigger fighter, rehydrating to a very, very high weight. And yeah, he was having a success. So now, I think they need to correct those things, and hopefully they are correcting those things, because if they don't correct those things and be real about what happened and why Devin really lost the Ryan fight, it's going to come back to bite him in the ass. So yeah, now playing the race card is it's not cool. It's not cool, because there's plenty of black fighters that are selling well in boxing, like Gervonta Davis. Lamont Roach became a star in boxing as well from that fight. Terrence Crawford is going to be in one of the biggest mega events of the year with Canelo Alvarez whenever they fight each other. Anthony Joshua has a legion of fans and support in the UK, if you want to take it beyond just a black American fighter. So there's plenty of black fighters getting support, Bill. Even Devin gets support. Like Devin Haney has a lot of support here on YouTube, and he's got a good fan base. So it's not like he doesn't get support. So like I don't know where all this is coming from, but when I read into it, the writing on the wall tells me that there is a lack of accountability, and there is a lack of just being in touch with reality. And I think whether it be in the Ramirez fight or within his next 2 to 3 fights, it's going to spell some trouble for Devin Haney. So hopefully they can be honest about what happened, because if not, it's going to come back to bite him squarely in the ass. And I'll just leave it at that. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. For more great boxing content just like this, make sure you guys click right over here.
Keep watching my boy BT put on the best interviews out here.